The story starts with a phone screen showing a patient's report, revealing that the patient is about to die. This is a sad moment, but it's not the focus of our story. Let's call him the MC. He's a doctor who's stressed out from dealing with COVID-19. He's drinking by a bridge, blaming everything, shouting when he drunkenly slips and falls. As he's falling, he thinks, how is the water below me? Oh wait, sorry, that's the sky. Then, splash. He falls into the water, thinking about his favorite novel and how the main character would survive in such a situation. But he brushes that thought aside, calling himself just a doctor and a fool. Then he wakes up, greeted by some kind of screen and a mysterious figure. He wonders if a rescue team came to save him, or if they just let him drown. Has he gone crazy? But no, he's still alive, even after falling straight into the river. So don't try it. You won't reincarnate like this guy did. By the way, he was about to reveal a secret, but then he realizes something is different. Instead of a hospital, he's in some place that looks more like a palace getting treatment. The person who woke him up says, Your Highness, can you see normally like other creatures now? Suddenly, something shifts inside him, and anyone would freak out in this situation. He's still in shock, wondering who this guy is. The servant continues, You may not recognize me. Hearing that, the MC asks for water, which the servant brings in a fancy 24-karat gold glass encrusted with diamonds. Then he looks at his reflection and is stunned to see the face of Lachiel Magantino, a character from the novel he was reading before his fall. He still can't believe it. Then, he makes a ridiculously stupid request of his loyal servant, hit me right in the face. The servant, loyal as ever, refuses, out of respect. So this dumbass punches himself in the face instead. He's actually happy about it, even though he just broke his own nose, because now he knows this isn't a dream. He's really reincarnated as the crown prince, Lachiel. I'm just going to call him Latch from now on. He's thrilled to no longer be in debt, but his excitement makes him forget a crucial detail. Latch dies at the age of 22 in the novel. When he asks his servant about his current age, he's stunned to learn that Latch is only 21, with just a year left to live due to a childhood illness. Realizing this, he decides he has to save his body at any cost. He orders Pierrot, the servant, to bring him needles, regardless of size, because, well, in his past life, he was a doctor. He needs to figure out what the problem is. He starts thinking about a dead fish, a leaking roof, the curtain cord, everything all at once. Then he says, Where's the pulse? Pierrot obediently brings all the needles in the mansion and nervously asks Latch, Sir, what are you planning to do? Latch replies, I'm going to stick them into myself. Pierrot tries to stop him, saying, Please, don't do this, sir. But Latch says, Trust me, and don't panic, just do what I say. As a loyal servant, Pierrot agrees, and the shitty doctor proceeds to work a miracle. He places the needle in the right spot, connecting it to his lungs, using his medical knowledge from his previous life. Don't try this at home. Latch sees some kind of screen when he wakes up, which shows that his lungs have recovered. He gets a thumbs up from his lungs, and his HP increases. With that, Latch manages to save his dying body. Latch looks at the screen and says, This is a status screen. Pierrot, witnessing Latch's actions, is shocked, thinking, My master has gone mad, and starts crying over it. Latch reassures him, I'm okay, Pierrot. But, as a loyal servant, Pierrot still pleads, Please, don't do this, master. However, Latch continues his crazy antics, and thanks to his acupuncture treatment, his veins are starting to function well. What a strange thought process, hurting himself, but well, it's a clever move. We then see Pierrot praying, Please fix my master's broken mind. Latch observes him and thinks, what an idiot, then gets back to his work. As Latch continues, a screen appears, praising his treatment and showing his lungs report, saying they're receiving a massage and are doing well. When Latch places the last needle, his lungs transform and start performing the best dance show in joy. Latch exclaims, What the hell is this nonsense? His lungs are literally dancing. Hearing the sound of their celebration, something stirs within him. It's not fear but something else. The screen shows that he's crossed his limits, and we find out that the vibrations from his lungs have awakened his large intestine. At that moment, the large intestine, appearing like a menacing character, invades the lungs party spot, surrounded by a mysterious aura. Latch, still in shock, watches as the large intestine joins the party with the lungs, and they all start wiggling. In the midst of all this, Latch receives a 500 HP donation, raising his total HP to 600. In excitement, Latch unlocks a new skill. He clicks yes, revealing a skill list, from which he selects Take Pulse, a skill that allows him to detect diseases in anyone's body. However, it costs him 500 HP. Latch uses the skill on himself, scanning his own body, and here's the report. Human height, weight, and all stats are in F. Fail, but he achieves an SS ranking the top in every area, and yet, he's still in the garbage category, with only 91 days left to live. This realization depresses Latch, but he somehow finds motivation and starts pulling out the needles. This earns him one more day to live, but how? As he prepares to perform the same acupuncture on the other side of his body, blood suddenly starts flowing from his mouth. The system says, you can only perform this treatment once every 3 days. His lungs and large intestine are now tired, and Latch discovers that his time is running out. The acupuncture gives him only 1 day. Then, our clever doctor has an idea. I may not be able to continue acupuncture, but I can take medicine. As always, Pierrot is still in shock, thinking, What kind of madness is this medicine plan now? Latch calls Pierrot and asks if they have any herbs in the storehouse, particularly poisonous ones. Pierrot responds, "Yes, sir, we do." Latch tells him to fetch them. Pierrot nervously asks, "What are you going to do with them, sir?" Latch replies, "I'm going to eat them." Pierrot is horrified and tries to stop him, but Latch explains that, even though they're poisonous, he can handle them. He tells Pierrot to bring them anyway. Pierrot, looking like a cute monster, reluctantly heads off to get the herbs. Before leaving, Pierrot says, "If you make it, I'll try it first. Only then will I let you drink it." With an evil smile, Latch starts boiling the poison in a pot, trying to detoxify it. The room fills with a poisonous smell. Pierrot, begging, says, "Please don't do this, sir." Latch thinks to himself, if I offer it to Pierrot, he'll refuse, but being the loyal servant that he is, Pierrot says yes without a second thought, shocking Latch. Pierrot deserves a lot more than this, Latch thinks. The potion is finally ready, and with an evil grin, Latch pours it into a bowl. Pierrot asks for his portion, but Latch says, this must be consumed the traditional way, with a question mark on Pierrot's face as he asks, "Traditional? And since when did you know about medicine?" Laughing like a madman, Latch spins a story about how a magical being came to him in a dream and taught him everything about herbs and potions. Pierrot, in disbelief, says, "I've washed your dirty clothes, and this is how you treat me." Without hesitation, Latch drinks the potion, which temporarily stabilizes his heart. A mana circle appears, revolving around his heart, but something goes wrong. As his heart grows, it hits the mana circle, causing it to tremble. In most cases, the strength of the mana circle is proportional to the person's body, but in Latch's case, the growing heart collides with the mana circle, causing his heart to choke. It turns out that due to his childhood illness, his heart never fully developed, but our doctor isn't one to give up easily. As he recalls all the debt from his past life, he focuses on finding a solution. He knows that he could die at any moment. Using all his strength, Latch pulls on the mana circle, and with sheer determination, he successfully revives himself. The screen declares, "The King of Organs has been successfully revived." The scene shifts to an internal organ seminar, where the heart makes its grand entrance, just like a boss. Everyone greets the heart, saying, "Welcome back, boss." And with that, we see that Latch is back in action. That's all for today. See you in the next video.